You know what? I wasn't gonna come online, man. I really wasn't. Um, First of all, I've been crying all day. And I think the reason why was I heard Lily Allen's new album. Now, I know all about like her racial envy with Beyonce and, her doing the whole blackface thing with Azealia Banks. I know all about that. I'm not pretending that Lily Allen is a good person. Like, yeah, by her own admission, she's a cunt. So at the same time, when I listened to that album, like it was very, very apparent to me that she did something that Taylor Swift massively failed to do. And that was capture real emotion. If you listen to that West End Girl album, that's a brilliant fucking album. Like Azealia Banks, and you know, until that whole like justifying hebephilia shit came up, like Azealia, undeniable talent, problematic but undeniable talent, and Lily Allen, problematic, undeniable talent. That album was absolutely incredible, and you know, it's not an exaggeration. You need to go listen to it. And she might not be the best singer, she might not be the most charismatic performer, but her songwriting is A1. You need to go check out that album. It's really fucking good. And my favorite song in particular was Relapse. And the reason why it was so like it's my favorite one. And the reason why it's my favorite one is because of how fucking heartbreaking and sad it actually is. Because I know about Lily Allen's past. Like when she was coming up, like I was basically the same age as her. Like I didn't grow up with her necessarily, but I was the same age she was when she came out. And I know all about the addictions that she had. Like, I know she was a sex addict, but she also had drink and drug addictions from what I remember. And she also had like eating disorders, and she had fuck, this is the worst one. She actually had a stillbirth during her first marriage, to a guy that admittedly was really good to her, but she cheated on. She had a stillbirth and she had to like hold her baby boy in her arms. So this, oh God, like just thinking about that is fucking awful. And it was knowing the first time I listened to that song, like it was knowing everything that she'd gone through already, on top of facing this latest thing where she was married to a guy who couldn't stand her, who seemed to like just get off on making her miserable and keeping her by his side as long as he needed her. And then when he was bored with her, he was just ready to discard her. And the song Relapse, it really gave me the feeling of like, you know, someone who's emotionally desperate trying to manipulate their lover into sticking around by saying, you know, if I relapse, will you be there for me? Will you stand by me? You know, will you stick in this marriage to make sure that I don't relapse again, to make sure that I don't get sick again? And it is an emotionally manipulative move because people have done it before, with their exes. Um, I've seen and experienced this as well. It is a manipulative move, but considering everything she'd been through already, that threat of relapsing, and like Lily just strikes me as a person who sticks to her word as well. So that threat to relapse as well, it is just, all of that really hit me. So the first listen of that song Relapse was about empathy. It was about me kind of putting myself in her shoes and thinking, Jesus Christ, no. And then on top of that, she's got fucking daughters to think about. No, please. We can't have that. We can't have that. So I'm listening to that thinking, Jesus Christ, I hope she's not going to relapse after this. I really hope she's going to be okay. And again, cunt. I don't like her. I don't like her as a person. I don't think she's evil, but I think when she says she's a bitch, I kind of agree with that. I think she kind of is a bitch and she takes pleasure in it. that does not mean that I want her to relapse and lose everything and lose her girls and lose her mind and get sick and suffer as much as she already has done. I don't want that for her. I mean, I'm not supposed to care because she's a virulent racist on top of that, but like, I still don't want that shit happening to her. I'm sorry. Like, no. So it was the empathy that made me kind of like upset at first. And then, because this song made me feel sad, it kind of allowed me to put my own story in it. It wasn't the lyrics. The lyrics are excellent, but it wasn't the lyrics. It was the melody. It was the music. It allowed me to put my own sadness in it. And that's when I started crying, because then it made me realize I'm being tortured. I'm being like, I'm being tortured and trafficked and murdered. Like, my experiences are being denied. I'm being slandered. I'm being betrayed by almost everyone in my life. Nobody really seems to care about my suffering except whether or not they get enjoyment out of it. And then on top of that, I'm facing this pretty much on my own. I'm facing this pretty much by myself. And I've been facing this by myself, even when surrounded by other people. And then on top of that, my loved ones have already been murdered by this program that everybody's denying is real. Well, not my dad, but my mum and my granddad have already been murdered by this program. And there's a third person that I believe has been murdered by this program as well, but I can't speculate on her. So I've already lost loved ones as a result of gang stalking. They've already been murdered because of it, right? And realizing all of these things, and to make it worse, one of the people that were murdered by this program were in the program betraying me, using my trauma to like psychologically torture me at the behest of the gang stalkers. So realizing all of that, realizing that it was through people's pure dislike alone, that means that I have to go through being tortured and trafficked and all that type of stuff. The fact that my rape wasn't taken seriously, the fact that my molestation wasn't taken seriously, the fact that, like, me being sexually assaulted isn't taken seriously, the fact of me, being repeatedly harassed and like repeatedly over and over again to the point where suicidal ideations and attempts were on the table, not taken seriously. The fact that I have been deliberately left to fall through the cracks over and over again because nobody wanted to actually do what they were supposed to be doing. They wanted to order me about. They wanted to like do their version of help. All they had to do was listen to me and it would have been okay, but they didn't want to do that. So I had to carry the weight of all of these things through this Lily Allen song, through Relapse. I was carrying all of this. And on top of that, I've had suicidal attempts. I've had addiction with food for a long time, especially with junk food. I still have it. And then on top of that, I've just been through so much shit. And it all came to a head and I just started crying and I've been crying all day and I haven't really stopped. But ironically, the thing that stopped me from crying was my perps upstairs crashing the fuck out. That's what interrupted everything. I was so angry and so sad at everything that had happened to me, right? Then my neighbors popped off. Then my perps popped off and started getting angry for like what? I don't know what they're getting angry about. I don't know what they're angry for. I'm moving out, literally moving out in a few months. I'm about to talk to Brighton and Hove Trust because I found the paperwork that I was supposed to find. So I'm going to meet up with them November 3rd. We're going to discuss it. So I'm moving out. And then on top of that, I've been crying all day today. I thought these people would be celebrating, but apparently not. Still picking a fight? Apparently not. So, okay, so I've been crying all day. Zertsitzung, there's a Zertsitzung infestation, not only in Woodingdean, but the whole of Brighton and the whole of London, right? There's a Zertsitzung infestation, which makes it pretty much guaranteed to be seen as a mad woman, regardless of whether or not anybody else has the same beliefs as me, right? And regardless of whether or not people have worse mental illnesses than me, the mad woman tag is going to follow me. That's fine. I don't mind. Because at the end of the day, the mad woman is better than being the human trafficker. It's better than being the gang stalker. It's better than being the Nazi cunt. I'll take the mad woman tag. It's fine. It's not the worst thing that I can be, right? But it's like, I'm known as a mad woman like you wanted everybody to know me as. And then on top of that, your friends hate me. Your friends believe your story. They believe your lies over my truth. They're willing to support you, stick by you. And you're still pressed. And you're still trying to get something on me by getting me to react to something. What? Did you want a threat? Is that what you wanted? Did you want a violent threat that you can record? You already had violent threats. It's on police record. What, you wanted to get to me? You already got to me. What are you doing this for? You want everybody to hate me? Everybody already hates me. What's the problem? They believe you. They believe you over me. What is the issue? What is the issue? Just spoiled and entitled and ridiculous. What is the problem? And then on top of that, when I'm laughing at you, like imagine I'm the one being trafficked, right? But because I'm laughing at you trying to make me feel upset, wait a minute. Suddenly I'm supposed to empathize with your suffering. Baby, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. In fact, you know what? Before all of this happened, I was empathizing with your pain more than you were. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. And then not like you expect me to be a trafficking victim. You're trafficking victim and your therapist. You're bullying victim and your therapist. You're a hate crime victim and your therapist. Please be fucking for real. You literally went round to everybody saying that I was crazy and making it up. You can't expect therapy from that same mad person. You understand? You can't expect therapy from that same mad person. But that wasn't what made me angry. It wasn't the fact that they tried to look for empathy from me after cussing me out. It wasn't the fact that they were trying to get attention. All of that made me laugh. I can't lie. But what got me angry was thinking about how not only these upstairs neighbors are victimizing themselves, but how their friends are victimizing them. And what pisses me off the most is that they're hiding behind the little girl. They're hiding behind the little girl feeling like shit. I'm sorry. The same one that's been harassing me for 4 years, she feels like shit. Instead of teaching her right from wrong and teaching her different, like maybe you shouldn't harass this person. Maybe you should not be doing this. Now you're focused on the fact that that same person who's been harassing everybody for 4 years and terrorizing people for 4 years feels like shit. That cuteness aggression got everybody fucked up. Because has anybody checked on the older children? Has anybody checked on their mental health, how they feel? This is exactly what I'm talking about when I say the perps have nothing to lecture me with in terms of understanding how suffering works. They don't have a candle. They don't have nothing to talk about here. As far as I'm concerned, they can suffer a little bit more. Yeah. They have plenty of entertainment in my suffering. Plenty of entertainment out of that. They can suffer a little more. That's not my concern. My concern is that while there's all this attention paid to the smallest child's feelings because the gang stalkers need to hide their immorality behind her, what about the other kids? What about how they feel? Having to constantly run behind their family members saying, maybe we shouldn't continue to do this. Have you checked in with them and seen how they felt? What about the other people in that family trying to see reason? Has anybody checked in on them? No. Because everybody wants to play the good guy. And the easiest way to play the good guy is to hide behind the children. And especially the smallest children, regardless of whether or not the smallest children are the worst agents in any perp family. And I've experienced this multiple times to know that cuteness aggression really gets people fucked up and really gets people thinking that they're heroes when they're not. Okay? About lecturing me about caring about other people's suffering when mine was entertainment for the last 4 fucking years. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. It will be 4 years in November that my suffering has been put forward for everybody else's entertainment and for people to delude themselves that none of this is real, even when the whole world collapses underneath them. So I don't have a damn to give. I'm just pointing out the hypocrisy. And on top of that, remember, I've seen the rent for most of these 1-bedroom flats. I'm getting a pretty good deal here, and I'm about to walk away from that good deal. Because as soon as I leave, that rent is going up. That rent is going the fuck up. As soon as I leave, that rent is going the fuck up. Because I know how these landlords work already. They chase money. Yeah? And then on top of that, what happens when a family moves in here? What happens when another family moves in underneath and they have to pay that premium fucking rent because of one fucking kid that everybody else is fucking indulging? It's not even her fault. It's the rest of the adults literally teaching her that as long as she continues to behave in this way, that she will be rewarded for it. They've basically rewarded her for it. Treated her like a precious little fragile doll every time she does something disgusting and says something disgusting. And not just her, the mother as well, the sister as well, the whole family as well. Just treating the children and themselves like little dolls every single time they do something fucking gross and say something fucking gross. And again, it's not just the family, it's their little friends as well, just fucking self-aggrandizing on that bullshit. And because of that, what happens when a family moves into this flat after me? What happens when anybody moves in this flat after me? They're going to have to pay, like, I'm not going to tell you the exact price, but the amount that they're going to have to pay after somebody else moves in here, that's going to be directly because of the gang stalking. That's going to be directly because of the gang stalking. Families are already out here struggling. As for me, I'm a single person. Because I got nowhere to go, I got everywhere to fucking go. I'm single. I ain't got no kids. I ain't got no man. Yeah? Isn't that what gang stalkers like to fucking come at me with? Oh, you ain't got a man. Yeah, that's right. You can't get pregnant if you ain't got no man. And if you can't get pregnant and you ain't got no man, you can't have nobody, no social services harassing you either. You can't have bills to fucking juggle while you're also juggling gang stalking from entire communities. You don't have children to worry about being recruited into this shit or becoming TIs like you. I ain't got shit to worry about over here. I'm fucking single. But when a family moves in here, a family that are already struggling, when they move in here, or if they move in here, they're going to move in here with increased rent because of these cunt neighbors that they're going to end up with. And I wasn't even angry, but like the thought of potentially a family or another disabled person moving in here with increased rent because of these dickheads, that's when I started getting angry. Everybody's supposed to care about these perps as children, or these perps, right? This perp family, everybody's supposed to bow down, care about them, bow down, like fucking mollycoddle these fucking idiots, right? Fuck everybody else's family though. Fuck the rest of these families around here that might have to have their rent increased as well. Fuck them. Fuck them, I guess. I guess there's Scotch Mist back there. Fuck the businesses that might have to have their rent increased too. Fuck them. Fuck them, I guess. They don't matter either. No, it's all about this fucking family upstairs and their fucking kids because one of them is blonde. And you need a fucking archetype to hide your fucking, like, you need an archetype to hide your fucking immorality behind. So you hide behind a kid. Because that cuteness aggression from a little white kid got you fucked up. But fuck everybody else's families around it. I guess they don't count. That's the thing that actually got me angry. The irony was, right, is that when I thought about myself, I was okay. I was like, you know, homeless, not good. I don't like the idea of being homeless. I really don't. It doesn't suit me. I don't like it. I like my creature comforts. But at the same time, again, I'm single. There are certain things I just don't have to worry about like that. And I'm 40 as well. Like, menopause is coming up. There are certain things I don't have, like, not menopause, but perimenopause. Perimenopause is coming up. I'm in my 40s. There are certain things that I don't have to worry about. But then there are going to be vulnerable families moving in here. A vulnerable person moving in here. And that's when I started getting angry. That's when the anger set in. That's when the anger set in. That's when it all set in. And because you know, she's so cute. Like, wake the fuck up. What is it going to take? What is it going to take? Everybody thinks that I'm just getting revenge because, we only said she was mad. We only used her name. Well, shut the fuck up. Again, I didn't get angry until I started thinking about all the other families that are affected by this bullshit. Now I'm pissed. Everybody is making this one concerted effort to protect one kid who is the worst agent out of them all. In the meantime, other families are struggling and suffering and broke. But fuck them, right? God damn. That's why I don't care about nobody's opinions. At a time where this gang stalking is literally facilitating a cost of living crisis, has facilitated borders closing, which means imports and exports are more expensive, which has facilitated warfare, which has taken God knows how much money out of the public's pockets. And a lot of people are blaming welfare, but that's just an excuse to fund more wars, right? Because all of these countries are in an arms race. So gang stalking has been facilitating war because there's been experimentations with the directed energy weapons and microwave weapons. All of those are tested on personnel and machinery so that they can use that on other countries. On other countries' military personnel and technology. So this whole gang stalking thing is deliberately contributed to warfare. It has infiltrated multiple political movements, multiple grassroots movements, steering them towards white supremacy and discord. God knows how many vulnerable families and vulnerable children and vulnerable women are suffering because of this, and marginalized people are suffering because of this, and they are all suffering because you'll need to call me a madwoman, and you'll need to assist in my trafficking, and you'll need to protect somebody who is terrorizing everyone was more important to you than doing the right thing? Can you imagine anything that I give a fuck about less than your dog shit opinions? And that's the thing that angers perps the most. I don't care what they think of me anymore. I used to, because a gang stalker's favorite weapon is to use the very human need for approval in order to psychologically torture the target. I don't care anymore. Because look at where the mad girl chorus got you. Look at where the mad woman chorus got you. Look at where the N-word chorus got you. Look at where it got you. Look at where it got everyone. Why should I give a shit? That's why I don't care anymore. Like, look at where it got everybody. It's not, and they're doubling down. Okay. It's their fucking funeral. I'm not the one with kids that I'm fucking dooming to a dystopian society. I don't have kids and grandkids that I'm dooming to this shit. I mean, shit. If that's what you need to do to get ahead, then do your thing. And you're thinking that I'm the only one who's going to suffer. Yeah, maybe I'm the only one in my fucking direct bloodline. That's about it. Maybe I'm the only one in my direct fucking bloodline, but that is the fuck it. I ain't got no kids going through this shit, because ain't no child of mine gonna be born in a cesspit like this one. Ain't no fucking way. I might not be, the most responsible person in the world, but at least at some point I wised up right in the nick of time. Because when you don't consider these things, this is what you end up with. So I'm as sad as I am that, as sad as I am that nobody really cares about the fact that I'm being gang stalked, right? As much as that hurts me, I have to admit, when I think about what I've avoided, it makes that sting a little bit less. My pain is something that I have to go through alone, which means my triumph is also something that I have to go through alone. And that's just an unfortunate reality. But they wanted to get something. They wanted something to use against me. Use this. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. I don't care. Because any opinions on me, oh, she mentioned the kids. Yeah, I did mention the kids. Because you turn them into agents. You turn them into agents for what? And because of you and them, any next person moving in here or next family moving in here increased rent immediately. And then on top of that, everybody else's rent around here is going up. So that's it. That's all there is to say. You're ruining everything around you. And yeah, I'm suffering this alone. I'm suffering with this alone. But when the validation comes and when the triumph comes, who's the one that benefits? Me. Same way. So that's it. I literally don't know. I don't know what these people are carrying on with. I don't know what these people are carrying on with. They already won. And them fucking coming after me is not going to make me stay. It's not going to make me stay. The only way my landlords are getting out of this situation, is if they confess what they did. And they confess what Emma Logan did and what her family did. That is the only way this is ever going to stop in its tracks. They don't do that. I guess I'm going to have to be the mad woman and everybody's rent is going to have to go up. I don't know. But that's the only way out of this, is if everybody comes clean. But what are the chances of everybody actually doing that? Keep licking my lips, man. You see, you keep licking your lips, you get this white sort of thing here. Let me moisturize. Moisturize these bad boys. I can't have my lips looking like 2 split sausages out here. Sorry, we can't have my lips looking like 2 split sausages out here. Just shine these bad boys up. Okay. Oh, hello. But yeah, you keep doing this shit. It's just, I don't know. I don't know what they think they're going to do with this. Get something on her. Okay. And what happens? This is what they don't consider. Like, I know that these people, these perps have like brains as smooth as marble, but I'm going to need them to use those brains for a second. You get something on me, then what? Let's just say you get something on me, I get sectioned. Or you get something on me, I go to prison. I lose this place, rent goes up. I get sectioned because of homelessness. I lose this place, rent goes up. And everything that I said is validated. So when you would say get something on me, but like, what is the end goal here? Get something on me. What does that mean? Do you want me to do something? Like, are you trying to incite me to do something to get me sectioned or in jail? Because if that's the case, rent goes up. Everybody suffers. Even more than they already have done because of this gang stalking crap. What's next? Kill me? All right. Kill me. This flat gets repossessed. Rent goes up. Everybody suffers. Right. That's all that needs to be said. That's all that needs to be said at this point. So what's the end goal of getting to me? Attention? Attention? Sectioning? Death? Jail or prison? I get removed, rent goes up. Simple. I mean, it was always going to increase anyway, but this way. Anyway, the choice is yours, everyone. The choice is fucking yours. You could tell the truth and end this right now, but you and I both know you're not going to. Because you can't risk me looking like I was right the entire time, now can you? And like I said, I'm going to be the one who benefits because I was the one telling the truth the entire time. So have a think about what you want me to be angry for. Have a think about what you want that end goal to be. And we can go ahead and keep playing this game, mate. Because at this point, everybody's out here looking dumb and foolish. Decide what you want to do and why you want to do it and what the outcome is. I'm going to get back to my life. And I don't know what I'm going to eat, man. I'm probably going to eat a choco sandwich. Again, my diet is for a 40-year-old woman, my diet is crazy. I'm not even going to hold you. Okay. But I need something to take the edge off. Grease or sugar. So it's going to have to be sugar because grease I can't afford at the moment. Can't afford at the moment. It's going to change, but I can't afford grease at the moment. So yeah. Marsha the Great out. You're on the clock. We're waiting.